Hi there, Paul Airy here from Hughes & Kettner Amplification Artist Program. I'm here at Sony Studios in Los Angeles to meet one of the world's legendary rock guitarists, Alex Lifeson from the band Rush. Rush is just about to start their new Time Machine tour over America, and as you know, we've supplied Alex with amps for the last 10 years. 10 years ago we started the relationship. 5 years ago we did a signature amp with Alex, which has been very successful. And 6 months ago, Alex phoned me and said, "Paul, we have another idea." And this is what happened.
Well, first of all, as we were planning the tour, we started planning, well, we're into late June now. We started planning the tour in November of 2009. And we got a sense of what the concept was going to be. We were doing some writing at the time, and we knew where we wanted to go with the stage look and what it was conceptually. There's a steampunkish influence on what we're doing on this tour. And I spoke to Paul and some of the other guys at Hughes & Kettner about the possibility of developing an amp that would work in terms of the concept that I had in mind and what the logistical hurdles that we had to cross to actually put it together. So right behind us is an example of the amps that we built.
So Alex, what gave you the idea actually to make such a fantastic amp? I mean, we thought you were just going to make another amp with a few little things on it. Yeah. This is unbelievable.
Well, first of all, once we came up with the concept, then we started working on design. We're working with Dale Heslop, who's a Canadian filmmaker and director. He's worked with us in the past. He's done videos for us, but he's also got a great creative sensibility, and he works with fantastic people. Spike at Mood Staging, they did the actual fabrication of these, and I mean, they're solid, well-built cabinets. In the upper part here, we've got a Hughes & Kettner Twin 12 cabinet. The amps are off stage, but the cabinets are in here for the 3 individual amps that I'm using. 2 of the tri-amps and 1 brand new core blade. Down below we have a 32-inch monitor for our video feed, and then all the very cool switches and buttons and gauges that they incorporated. Obviously, none of these things work currently. It's all just for show, but we have an outlet for steam. We run CO2 through here during the course of the show with jets of steam that come out of all of these. There's an interface in the back that hooks up through here, and I've got video running throughout the whole course of the night. Individually, the 3 of us have our own video feed for this stuff, and we've developed our own kind of theme back here for the show. You notice the Hughes & Kettner logo on top. It looks pretty cool up there. So here we are in the back. You can see that we have the Statesman cabinet here with the Twin 12s, and then the monitor down below it. This is the line, the CO2 line to the interface right in the corner here for the steam. So it's all, you know, pretty basically set up. There's plenty of room here. In fact, the intention originally was to have the amps actually sitting in here on a tray that would roll out. You have the amp on, which in our application we would put in on the day of show, slide it back in, it would all be hooked up right here and ready to go. In terms of developing this whole concept at a retail level, there's certainly some ways to look at incorporating the whole thing. Of course, there are many other demands at retail for safety and for that sort of thing, and of course we try to keep within those same guidelines, but that's not my problem.
No, exactly.
That's your problem.
Yeah. And it was because it was my problem when we spoke about the amps that Alex agreed we mustn't put the amps in there, because of all the issues that would come up. So the feed comes from the amps over by the side of the stage, and the information just goes straight into speakers.
That's correct. So Paul, I'll just grab this. The way I have this set up, we're running, as I said earlier, we're running 2 triamps and 1 core blade. The center is one of the triamps, and it is the wet signal. So all the effects will go through this one particular cabinet. That's all dry and wet. Okay, and then in this cabinet we've got another triamp, which is dry, no effects at all. So we always have this, and we're switching it between the clean and dirty channels as we would with this one, which I would call the main, and this would be the secondary. In this cabinet, this is the cabinet for the core blade, and the way I'm implementing the core blade is I bring it in as a supplemental sound for the basic sound that I have here. For example, in a couple of the newer songs, in fact in BU2B, I have created a very kind of dirty, heavy, slightly flanged sound in the core blade, mixed in with the straight sounds of these 2 amps, creates this really big, huge guitar footprint in the sound. We're able to move the cabinets all the way across in the stereo spread. So it's great to have a 3rd amp that I can create different textures and give the impression that there's an actual additional instrument playing. And that's really been the kind of the cool thing about the way we've set this up.
So it's like having 2 guitarists.
Well, that's the idea, and you know, I'm fitted with some piezo's on a couple of the guitars, so that creates even another element and another level of sound. And this is all stuff that I think in a 3-piece is very, very important, and something that I've always worked towards, trying to create as big a presence from the guitar as possible to cover as much space.
Okay, well, what can I say, Alex? This is fantastic to see you. These amps are amazing, and we are so proud that the Hughes & Kettner logo is on the top of them. We wish you a fantastic tour and look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Thank you very much.
All the best.
Okay, thank you.
Alrighty.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.